Yeah. We are back at it, baby. Got another video going on. Let me just sort this out for a second. I'm having problems with the...
Hey, Agent. I've got something special for you here.
with the old video capture card. There's been a new update and it sucks. It's messing it up. Alright, we're streaming anyway, we're all good. So guys, I wanted to bring you the best PVE build in my opinion. This is basically almost like my original build. But the guns, mods and a few things have changed. I'm not on 147% damage to elites anymore. It's pointless really. Without World Tier 5 and most of the enemies being purple and red bar, you don't really need damage to elites. Plus 107% damage to elites when you've got a gun that hits 21k per bullet. It's going to shred him anyway. It's going to be like you've got 147% almost, you know what I mean? It's all down to RNG, how strong your military AKM drops at. Mine literally just dropped at a very strong 20.9. It's basically a 21k per bullet damage. So yeah, this is really annoying me. I'm just having issues with the capture card. It keeps opening another window for it to try and connect to my YouTube account, but it already is connected and it's already streaming, and it keeps popping up on my desktop and it's just not working. It just sucks. It's Elgato. I've checked for updates as well and it's just, yeah, it's just bullshit. It's really annoying. I'm going to try and get on with the video though. Give me a sec. Wow, super annoying. So yeah, so close and personal is a perk you want on it. You want 10% rate of fire. Obviously, this one dropped with it. I think this dropped as it is now, didn't it? There's no modified on it. Yeah, so that's literally dropped how it is. Oh no, sorry, close and personal modified onto it. That's right. Yeah, so I broke up my old military AKM, which was hitting just 900 damage lower than this. It was literally scraping. It was like a 20.2, but it was like 20.1, so maybe 800 it was scraping. 800 lower, but that 800 makes a big difference, you know. It really does, especially when you've got the same rate of fire as the last one, and you pair it after a kill with the Blabbermouth perk. So you want to make sure you have the P90 100% when you're doing this. Obviously, you want to have this specialization because Survivalist has your 15% assault rifle damage, okay? You need that 100%. Anything else you don't really need. I mean, 145% increased damage, that's probably the second one I'd look at getting, and that's it. I'm not bothered about anything else. I don't really utilise it that much. This is great for obviously SMGs, but that's another video. So, if we go back into this gun, the reason why I've picked this gun specifically is because it's the hardest hitting AR in the game, right? But not only that, is we've lost 30% damage to elites. We've lost it because of the mods. It's like literally the most important part of the build. Well, one of the most important parts anyway. A lot of it does matter, obviously, in terms of damage and things like that and rolls. But the gun itself is very inaccurate and it sucks at long range. So what's the point in having a gun that's really good in damage, but you can't hit your target, especially at longer distances, in which you will be taking your encounters. You can even see the graph there. The damage drop off sucks. Like, it drops off pretty damn quick. So that's why I opted for 25% optimal range. I have tried everything. This is the best because you need optimal range. You need extended range to hit your target, yeah? Before they kind of get close to you and start really pissing you off with damage. That's what you need. You need the 7.72 or is it 7.62? I can't remember. Yep, 7.62 mag. You need that. Now, how I obtain this is doing a level 4, not a level 3, a level 4 control point. That's the only time it dropped. And before I did a level 4 control point, I actually had done so many level 3s, probably 16, 17 level 3s. I'd just been smashing them out and never got it. I did one level 4 and it was the first level 4 I did. I got it. The level 4 was one of the control points at the top right hand corner of the map. So, can't remember what it's called now, so let's have a look at that. Could take that off. Goes up to 21.6 k damage, but we're not about that. We need the DPS. So 21.6 is great, but we've only got 30 in the mag. You can't do much with 30. You need 60 in the mag. Okay, that's what you need. You need stability, 15%. Again, I've really thoroughly thought through everything. I used to have reload speed on there. Critical hit chance, no. Stability and more stability. So you have an extra 15% stability on the grip and 20% on the barrel of the gun, which gives you a grand total of 35 stability you want on this gun. Don't want damage to elites either, because what's the point in not being able to hit a target? You know what I mean? I've got ivory on there as well. Beautiful weapon skin I obtained from getting the 8th key. So yeah, that's the gun. That is like super important. You must literally copy and paste what's on my gun, because this is not that good unless you've got stability and optimal range. Okay, there's no point in using this gun. You might as well go and use not the P146, no, the Mark 16. This is a great weapon, a very good weapon. Like this, if I didn't have an AK, I'd be using this, because I was using this after the P416. Yeah, because its damage is mad, and it's lower RPM, which is a good thing. More manageable. The drop-offs later. You still get 60 in a mag. You increase the rate of fire still to 563, obviously, and then it goes up another so many percent after blabbermouth from your P90. And yeah, it's a very stable gun, and you can have damage to elites. Like on the mods I've got here, I've got damage to elites here and damage to elites at the end. This is the build that goes on the 147% damage to elites. The gear, everything's damage to elites. I can get more than 147. I can go up to, go higher. There's a mask I've got somewhere that's got so that's 47 damage to elites. So I have a mask that has 57% damage to elites. I think I was just thinking about the stash now. Somewhere around here. There it is. Yeah. So I could get this mask on my build, right? And then I could switch this over with this one. Yeah. Put that there for the critical hit chance to maintain the 5% weapon damage and the 3 of 3. Put that there. Then I could put this mask on and gain critical hit damage, which I had before obviously, so I'm not gaining anything really. But I've just switched them two over. So yeah, I'm actually going to run that like that now, so it's actually nice. I'm changing up. The styling of my guy, I believe, is like one of the best in the game as well. Like, it's really hard to get a good look on the Division 2 because they do have a lot of dirty, nasty looking pieces of gear, and I like a clean look. So I think my guy looks pretty clean. So I'm going to run through my build now. So obviously I've got that extra 10% now on there, so I should be up now to 117, I believe. Let's have a look there. 116 damage to elites now %, which is decent. Just get an extra cheeky, you know. But I have lost critical hit chance and critical. I've gained a little bit more damage, or the same damage, but I've lost critical hit chance by 8%. Okay, so critical hit chance is a good thing. You want more of it if you can. So if I re-put this back on, put the see there. Wow, no, it wasn't 8%. It It was a lot more than that, so let's go back to the character sheet now. Yeah, we're all good. Let's go to the sheet now. So 21% critical hit chance versus 9%, and you've got 1% more on critical hit damage, and that's in exchange for 10% damage to elite. So it's up to you how you guys want to go about it. The more critical hit chance and damage you have, the more critical hits you're going to get, therefore more damage potentially. Don't know why my gun's not showing with its camo on it. It does glitch out this game, you know. Look, I'm not even doing anything, just reloading an invisible MG or something. It's really annoying. But so that's the mask. The chest, obviously it requires shotgun, SMG, assault rifle, but it thinks I've got no gun in my hand or a pistol, so it's going to be red. Let's actually transfer locations so I can actually show you guys, because it's actually quite annoying, isn't it? Maybe it won't be glitched out then as well. You don't want to focus too much on damage to elites. You do want hard hitting on every piece of gear if you can, but your attributes is what matters the most, in my opinion, especially because you're fighting red and purple bars mostly. You want to hit as hard as possible, because remember, that always transfers over to the elites, and the elites feel so much easier to kill than purples and red bars. Cool. Okay, so we're out here. Looks a lot better, the character out here with all this nice lighting going on here, you know what I mean? That's why I did my level 4 most recently. This wasn't the level 4 I did it on. The level 4 I did it was over here. This is the control point, Red Dragon. That's where I got my 7.62 extended mag from. So you guys want to do level 4 there. Now, yeah. So back to Berserk. You need Berserk on here because every time your armor depletes, you get 10% weapon damage for every 10% of max armor depleted. So yeah, you need that. This is not a bad roll. I would want a better roll. I want skill power gone. I want critical hit chance on there, or damage. Either one would have been nice. I do have it here with critical hit damage, but then what's 4.5% compared to 7% weapon damage? I do have some crazy rolls. I have 12% weapon damage on a chest piece somewhere. And I was using that for an SMG build. There's 10%. 10.5 weapon damage, and it won't let you put Berserk on there. It just won't, because the game knows it's going to be too powerful and it's going to become way too easy. So the Division actually stops you from adding stuff on in this game. Like for my sniper build, I wanted to put weapon damage, for example, on my gloves, and I already had marksman damage at 11%. It wouldn't let me do it. So the Division knows what's going on. It knows. It knows. I don't know if it'll unlock in World Tier 5 where you can make some seriously overpowered builds, and there won't be a cap on it. But for now, there's definitely a cap, and it's pissing me off. Like I say, whether that's addressed in the patch, the update, whenever fucking World Tier 5 drops, I don't know. So yeah. So where's the 12%? There it is. But again, it's not the correct vest, and it's not got Berserk on it, so you must have Berserk and damage to elites on here. Obviously I've gone with the Fenris, which is 10% rifle damage. I've gone with this. I found it quite a lucky drop for me anyway, because I don't get the best drops in terms of critical hit chance and critical hit damages. Didn't know if it's possible to modify it and roll 8% critical hit chance surgical as a talent on here, but I did. And that's great because it's an AK and it needs a critical hit chance to get that massive damage when you do hit. And it gives you critical hit damage. So this is a beautiful one piece of gear that is actually crucial. It's nuts. You're getting so much in just one piece of gear. Plus that critical hit damage. Paired with those 2 hit chances, which is beautiful. And obviously on my offensive, I'm making sure I'm getting assault rifle critical hit damage and weapon damage as much as possible. I mean, if you scroll through, you might be able to find one that you've just picked up. Pay attention to if you do pick one up and you need to assess the situation further. But all the ones that have got these little chain links beside them are the ones that are already on this build so far. So yeah, optimal range. Yeah, that's a good one. But it doesn't beat more 1.5% damage. I mean, you can run optimal ranges on them, but I'm happy with the range so far. And if you watch any of the videos that I'm solo, because I solo literally everything, if you watch videos on that, you'll see that I hit shit from miles away and kill them as fast as they will be next to me. And that's great if you can proc the 50% damage increase if you get a kill within 7 meters, and then you long range somebody. Really is a nice, nice synergy there. Backpack, 9% weapon damage. I've just thrown that on there because it's 9% whole damage straight up in your face, weapon damage, and then 7.5 critical hit damage. If I was to ever get, and obviously damage to release, if I was to ever get another backpack piece, it'd have to be either one of these bad boys, with 9% weapon damage on it, or maybe a Providence backpack with 9% weapon damage or 10% would be really nice, because then I could switch out this bottom left this mask here, because I've remained 3-piece, which you want to make sure you got 3-piece for the extra weapon damage here. I'll be able to switch that out for an extra 10% on the damage to elites without losing the critical hit chance. That's what you gotta remember. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, but weapon damage is really low on these. Yeah, 4.5%, not too bad. So yeah, I'm still looking for a backpack really, but again, what's the point in looking too much when your World Tier 5's coming out? Gloves, assault rifle damage. I do have assault rifle damage, like at 11% on one of the gloves. I think it's in my vault actually, or in the stash. But yeah, I've got a lot of other options. There's 12% SMG damage. There's assault rifle damage, 9%. The cap is 6% when I was trying to roll it over. And obviously you can see my gear score, I've already rolled that over, it's 465. So yeah, I'm not too bothered, by the way, about getting past 450. My max rank I can go now is 465, I think, with all the gear I've got. If I just jumble it up and throw it all on highest gear without any synergy. Yeah, but I'm not bothered about that, because I know this setup is just really good. It's amazing for hard hitting them enemies, especially when it becomes World Tier 5, because technically we are fighting World Tier 5s on a level 4, because that's based on a heroic, so you're getting like a taste of how it would be on a World Tier 5. Obviously when you go in solo, it's easier than being in a group. So yeah, if you want to experience World Tier 5 really, in my opinion, do level 4 control points. Lots of them if you want to get used to them, and also you get some good drops. They are a bit of a pain in the ass because the enemies, it's very flustering. Everyone fucking rushes you all the time and flanks you, and constantly yellow bars everywhere, which is great. But I wouldn't say it's any more difficult than doing a stronghold. Strongholds are just longer. Level 4s, you just make sure you just don't die. Just make sure you're in a really good spot and don't die, because if you die, you've got to run all the way back. And sometimes if you've signalled your guys in, they might come running in and clear it for you, and you don't get any fucking rewards. That, or you fail it because it just takes too fucking long, and then you got to recall the guys back in. But anyway, on the knees, these are not my ideal knees. I want Providence with critical hit damage a chance on them, like these ones here. Bonus armor and health on kill, not too bothered about. Damage to elites is my type of thing. Health is great as well. My health and armor is very low. Health's not too bad actually. 50 grand. Yeah. It's just the armor. When you're playing, you've got to make sure you use your cover now and again. It depends if you're good at looking at the enemy reloading. You know, is the enemy reloading? Can you rush him? You know what I mean? You're making decisions so you can smash through content, you know? But that's basically my build, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And it honestly hits like a truck. I have done many solo videos with it. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a little mission quickly now, daily. Don't mind doing a challenging mission. Jefferson's a bit more of a longer one, but might as well just smash it out. Oh no, I didn't realise the time. I've actually got to go, guys. But if you look at my recent content, I've done capital building on challenging, and yeah, I just smashed through that. It was really easy, and it'll give you an indication of how easy this build shreds enemies, because it just hits that much harder, and you wanna be able to hit harder because, say if there's a guy, you know, with armor on, and he's got the explosive packs on his back, and he's running away from you. If one or two bullets hits that pack, and he's elite mob, for example, it'll just spark it off straight away. Whereas if you have a weak gun, at 15k, 16k damage, it fires faster, great, but them bullets might not always hit, and you don't have the same effect. With a big, heavy hitting gun like this, it slows a little bit slow. That fires a little bit slower. You're more than likely gonna make that backpack go off than something weaker gun wise. But yeah, all makes sense anyway, and yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and hope you guys get something out of this as well. So yeah, peace out.